You're watching Q News. It's 4 p.m. Cairo local time. I'm Henny Saif. From Cairo, the National Election Authority is holding a live press conference on the first hours of voting in Egypt's House elections. We're tracking turnout, logistics, and any operational updates. Let's go watch.
And in Asyut, Aswan, and Fayoum, Aswan, and Asyut, and they have been enhanced and everything has been organized inside these voting centers because this is in the heart of the cities, and we have a colleague that got really sick in room 4, but she kept on going until one of another colleague arrived and took over, and I actually contacted her personally and made sure that she's okay, and she said that she will keep working until someone else takes over. And so yeah, special thanks to her, and thank you Hazem Badawi, and get well soon. Also, we have another colleague. Just now, we know that his brother was. Uh, his brother died, and he was just told about this, but he kept working. And so, my condolences. And you have the condolences of the National Election Authority. We are very sorry to hear about this. We condole Omar Azin Said Ahmed, and we are trying to contact you now to come to you in person. Thank you for all the organizations for keeping up the work and putting so much effort. Thank you so much. We have some complaints that have to do with the ink, because all the civilians now think that they will always find the phosphoric pits, but this doesn't always happen, and so we need actually rooms. We do not stay there, but we actually build them so that the civilians are there through the elections, and so that he cannot re-vote. And so this is why we have, as I said, the phosphoric pits, so that they cannot re-vote either in other rooms or in the same one. And so this is why we don't use phosphoric ink here with these kind of elections, because everyone has an allocated committee. And so yes, there is no way that you can re-vote again, because as I said, you are allocated to one election committee, and you won't be able to re-vote anyways. And so yes, this is why we don't have any phosphoric bits or ink here in the parliamentary elections, because we always get these complaints that the voters don't want to leave before they dip their fingers in the committees, and these are the kind of complaints that we get in the central operation rooms. And yeah, as I said, all the complaints also get we got complaints about maybe bad organization, because we didn't get the usual complaints to we don't actually have any voters names or committee location, and this is because of so much voters going there. And also through the app now, we help you to know where you stand with the elections and to know your elections committee. So thank you so much. And also we are working in 14 governorates in the first phase: Giza, Beni Suef, Fayoum, Minya, Asyut, New Wadi, Sohag, Qina, Luxor, Aswan, Red Sea, Alexandria, Bahira, and Marsa Matruh. And so now we will see how things are going with some of the directors of the subcommittees to make sure that everything is going smoothly. We have here our colleague Mustafa Abdel Fattah Heikel. Hello. Hello, how are you doing? Yes, can you please tell us about the committee that you are leading now? I am in subcommittee 18, and it is here everything. I want to reassure you that everything is going uh, smoothly, and there is so much security and organizations from the voters, and here they voted for the candidates, and we saw a historic democratic um, a historic democratic epic portray, and yeah, anyone who puts their vote in the parliament here, they must be very proud, and we are calling for all the people to for all the Egyptians to participate in these elections, and thank you so much, and also all the members of the NEA to make sure that everything is going smooth and trying to eliminate any obstacles. Did you download the application? Yeah, I downloaded it. It will help you so much, and I also want you to, if you have any comments, please feel free to say any comments regarding the application, and we will take it into consideration. And thank you so much. Thank you. And now, Omar Azuddin, Counselor Omar. Good evening. Can you hear me? Counselor Omar Azuddin. Okay. Ali Yahya, Counselor Ali Yahya Rashad. Hello, yes. What committee are you leading? Can you tell us how things are going, the number, and where it is? Hello, this is Counselor Ali Yahya, subcommittee, and it is in Fayoum in Yasser Kamal School, and the committee started working at 9 a.m. sharp after everyone was here and ready. Everything is going so smooth, and security here is maximal. Thank you so much, and we will follow up with you until the first day is over. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Now, Counselor Mahmoud Abdel Tawab in Al Fayoum. Good evening, Your Excellency Minister. Can you tell us about how it's going? First of all, I want to thank you for your contact and trying to eliminate any obstacles, and we are used to this. Actually, I have 64 centers in Fayoum. As I said, I have 64 centers, and they have 79 subcommittees, and we started working at 9 a.m. sharp, and the voters were able to give their vote. We didn't receive any complaints either in the main committee or in any of the subcommittees, and basically what we received some few complaints that aren't that big, and they have to do with their organization, because as you know, there are so much people here coming to vote. Each committee we have 18 candidates, and yeah, when it comes to the workers here, we have some candidates. The committee has around 3 to 4 workers workers, and this isn't an enough number. What we are trying to overcome this staff shortage. And yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for telling us about uh, the complaint about Nagah Abdelaziz, and you handled this smoothly. This is the only thing that I have received. And also in Committee 39, there was a crowd, so quite a crowd here. And yeah, we will follow up with you to count the votes without any results. Yes, we will just, yeah, we just want numbers. We will monitor the numbers, not say any results. Here from Giza, hello. Good evening, and everything is going so well. All the subcommittees are still working, and as I said, the subcommittees or all over Giza, we have 557. Yeah, here we have so much voters, but everything is going well. And we will follow up with you at 9 p.m. and to make sure that everything is ready for the voting. Omar Salalama, director of the Beni Suef Committee. Omar Salama. Hello, how are you doing? Thank God here everything is going well, but actually here one of our colleagues was sick, and so we will get someone to take over here. We already sent a request. I didn't quite catch that. Can you tell us? We have a female colleague, and she is not feeling well, and she is leaving her committee, and we already sent and we sent a request, and we will have an alternative now so that she can go home to her family. Which district? In the first district in Beni Suef. Which committee? 85. We will call her and to make sure she's okay. Thank you. Can you tell us if you have any comments? No, everything is going smoothly. Good luck, and thank you so much. Now, Osama Abdul Manam, director of the Minya Committee. Can you tell us how it's been going? Hello. There were so much voters here. We had some kind of a congestion or of pileup, but yeah, we dealt with it, and everything is going smoothly and now. And we will follow up with you until 9 p.m. Thank you so much. We'll be following up with you now. Ismail Zanati, director of Qnews. Hello, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the Minister. Can you tell us how it's going over there? Hello. Can you tell us the updates? Everything is going well here. As you know, we have 352 sub committees. Everything is going so well. But yeah, we have some pile up of voters, but this is an organizational issue. But yeah, everything is going well. We will be following up with you until 9 p.m. to follow up on the sub-electoral committees. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, Omar Izzeddin. Do we have him or? Ah, please open. Please unmute your mic. Yes, yes, go ahead. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you clearly. We want to send our condolences. Um, I know that your brother just passed away, and here the whole board is having a meeting, and they know what happened. And yeah, we are sending our heartfelt condolences, and we thank you for staying at work to manage committee 43 in Fayoum. Go ahead. Thank you so much for your condolences. Thank you, and may he rest in peace. Thank you so much. Thank you. And we will be in contact with you. Everything is going so well and so smoothly since 9 a.m. And up till 3 p.m. Now we have a rest period, and then now we have resumed work in all the subcommittees, and everything is going so smoothly, and the commissions all over and 14 governorates, and any issue that we have, we are overcoming these issues, and I want to reassure everyone that they will cast their vote, and I don't want any crowds or condensed crowds, because all the complaints are afraid that they won't be able to cast their votes. The commissions won't close until you have voted and your political right. We will see you again at 9 p.m. while closing all the commissions and to follow up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the directors of the subcommittees that are there to receive any complaints.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a press conference by the National Elections Authority. The officials say operations are ongoing across 14 governorates to facilitate the vote, with station heads reporting heavy turnout in the first hours and no complaints received so far. The authority confirms it will keep monitoring the performance and crowd flow through closing time. We'll stay on this and bring any updates as they come. And Egypt opens the first day of domestic voting after 2 smooth days for Egyptians abroad. Polls are welcoming voters nationwide with clear procedures, wide hours and full services in place.
Polling stations open nationwide in Egypt with a clear message to citizens. Voting is accessible, organized, and ready to serve every voter. Hours run from 9 in the morning to 9 at night, giving families, first-time voters, and seniors ample time to participate. Staff at schools and civic centers are guiding queues. Signage marks entrances and corridors, and information desks help people find assigned committees quickly. Election officials say logistics are fully in place for this phase, with judicial supervision across stations and trained teams supporting the process. Voters can confirm locations ahead of time, while assistance provides step-by-step guidance inside. A hotline is available for inquiries, and local operations rooms coordinate responses to keep the day efficient. Public services are positioned to support turnout. Security deployments focus on safe access and steady traffic. The health sector has ambulances and emergency teams ready, with mobile units near high-density areas. Many schools offer shaded waiting zones and priority lines for seniors to keep movement steady and comfortable. Inclusion is a priority. Ramps and accessible entrances are available at numerous locations, and volunteers assist voters with disabilities. Sign language support and on-call technical help ensure every eligible citizen can cast a ballot with dignity. By the numbers, this phase spans multiple governorates, with thousands of polling stations under one standard of fast entry, clear instructions, and transparent procedures. Candidate lists and individual races are posted for reference, and committees remind voters to bring national ID and follow the simple sequence in the booth. Momentum from abroad carries into the home phase. Turnout began steadily in the morning and expected to rise through the afternoon and evening. As commuters head to neighborhood stations, the atmosphere is calm, organization is tight, and the message is participation. As the day progresses, officials emphasize the basics: respect the queue, have ID ready, and follow staff directions for a quick experience. The focus remains on service to the voter, confidence in the process, and a positive civic moment shared across Egypt.
Polling stations opened at 9 a.m. Cairo local time across Egypt, starting weeks of voting to fill 568 elected seats in the House, while 28 will be appointed by President Sisi. The staggered domestic vote follows overseas balloting over the weekend. Provinces are voting in phases, with Alexandria through Tuesday and Cairo on November 24th. In total, 568 of 596 seats are contested, while 28 members are presidential appointees. The National Election Authority says final results are due by December 25th, with runoffs as scheduled under the election timetable. And for more on this, we now move to Hela Al-Hamalawi in our newsroom. Hela.
Thank you so much, Hini. For further analysis, we're joined from Cairo by the director of the Egyptian executive body of the National Election Authority, Councillor Ahmed Benderi. Welcome to Qnews. Councillor Benderi, how would you evaluate the overall turnout on the first day of the 2025 parliamentary elections across the 14 governorates included in the first phase?
Of course, here evaluating this, we cannot really evaluate now or talk about it, but we have seen that so many voters have come, especially in some governorates, but in others, the crowd and the ballot boxes were, yes, they were there were people, but they weren't that much, and so this shows that the candidates this is because the candidates are different in each committee, and so yes, this actually is what attracts the voters, and in some districts we have around 40 candidates, and so this is totally different from voting for one of 5 or 6 candidates, and so yes, these all contribute to the number of voters, but yes, people are very eager to fulfill their democratic rights and to practice them, and we are waiting in the upcoming hours. We are expecting more people in the upcoming hours because, as we know today, some people were working and other jobs.
Mm-hmm. What measures has the National Election Authority taken to ensure that voting proceeds smoothly and transparently throughout all the polling stations?
The NEA actually in the central operation room, they are following up through a live stream that they have, and they are always in contact with the subcommittees and the directors of the committees. They are receiving complaints through their hotline, and so yes, any decisions also that come up are posted on social media. So, and also those who are monitoring the electoral process here are in contact with the NEE, and here we have people monitoring the ballot boxes from handing them the papers up till putting them in the boxes.
Mm-hmm. Councillor Benderi, what mechanisms are in place to guarantee the integrity of the electoral process and prevent anyone from irregularity or committing violation inside the polling stations?
There, in each governorate where there are elections, we make sure that there are no violations whatsoever from any candidate or voter, or trying to the candidates trying to get voters on their side. We haven't received any complaints regarding this, and we are keeping up with the committees. As I said, we are in contact and we are evaluating everything around the clock, and we have a committee to take the appropriate decisions.
Mm-hmm. With over 35 billion eligible voters in the first phase, how has the authority managed the logistics of ballots, staffing, and security coordination?
Yes. When the voters were invited on the 4th of October, when we told them that they have the right to vote, the database is closed and it equals a number, and then this number we take the appropriate logistics according to this number. We have around 69 who are eligible now, and so we had to have maximal preparations, and we also had enough papers, the security. We had subcommittees that would be enough for such a number. We also have as I said, we have all the materials. We have the ballot boxes.
Sir, how has the National Election Authority worked with the media and the public institutions to raise awareness about the importance of participation in this constitutional entitlement?
The NEA's role the role here is educational, and we are trying to raise awareness about the democratic entitlement. And ever since November 2024, we have started going to schools and telling the students more about the elections and how important they are once they are eligible to vote, and so that they know more about the electoral process and about how everything is going here in Egypt, and that Egypt is one of the countries that excels at such thing, getting automatically determining who's eligible to vote once they turn 18 years, and so that everyone can exercise their political rights. And so, yeah, once you turn 18, you are automatically eligible. And so this awareness, we are keeping up with this awareness with other ministries also, like the higher Ministry of Higher Education and others, and we are working on coordination with them to raise awareness and to tell them more about their democratic entitlement.
Mm-hmm. Egyptian citizens abroad have shown strong participation in the elections. How has the authority facilitated and monitored the overseas voting process this year?
Yeah, here the country making sure that you practice and or you exercise your democratic entitlement didn't just stop at Egypt, but yeah, we have overseas voters as well. The Egyptians overseas, we don't have just a database for the voters here. No, we have a database for the Egyptians in general that are staying in Egypt or overseas, and through their ID number, and we have their addresses here. Those who are staying in Egypt have their allocated committees according to where they are, but then for the Egyptians overseas, we have actually enhanced how we work, and we are working with embassies overseas, and they are being used as electoral commissions, and there is maximal security with new technology that is done through the NEA, and this allows them to see the details of the eligible voters, and then they can go and vote smoothly.
Mm-hmm. Well, from Cairo, that was Councillor Ahmed Benderi, the director of the Egyptian executive body of the National Election Authority. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on Q News. Now we go back to Hani Saif in our studio. To you, Hani.
Thank you, Hela. According to Councillor Ahmed Benderi, the executive director of the National Election Authority, 99% of polling stations opened on time at 9 a.m. across 14 governorates for the first phase of Egypt's 2025 House of Representatives elections. Benderi confirmed that all 5,606 subcommittees are now operating smoothly under continuous NEA supervision. He said the authority remains in direct contact with local committees to address any technical or logistical issues promptly, and highlighted measures to assist voters and encourage participation. From the NEA's Central Operations Room, Benderi held a video conference with judges overseeing the 14 governorates, directing them to request extra ballot papers if needed, with a 5% reserve already allocated. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has cast his ballot at the Egyptian-Japanese school in Sheikh Zayed City, Giza, as the first phase of voting for Egypt's 2025 House of Representatives elections got underway. Following his vote, Madbouli described participation as a vital constitutional entitlement and called on citizens to exercise their right responsibly, noting the strong turnout of Egyptians abroad. He praised the efforts of state institutions, the National Election Authority, and Egyptian diplomatic missions for ensuring smooth voting both domestically and overseas. Egypt's Ministry of Interior has announced the full implementation of a nationwide security plan approved by Minister Mahmoud Tawfiq to safeguard the 2025 parliamentary elections and ensure the safety of voters. Security forces have been deployed at all polling stations and access routes, supported by mobile units, rapid response teams, and female officers to handle emergencies. The plan also covers strategic sites, public spaces, and major transport routes with traffic patrols and monitoring systems in place to maintain order and assist elderly voters and persons with disabilities. All security sectors are operating with full preparedness, neutrality, and discipline to guarantee that citizens can cast their votes freely and securely. Dr. Manal Awad, Minister of Local Development and Acting Minister of Environment, has confirmed that all governorates participating in the first phase of the 2025 House of Representatives elections have completed their preparations. She said that logistical and organizational measures have been finalized to ensure voting proceeds smoothly and securely on Monday and Tuesday, November 10th and 11th. The preparations, she noted, follow directives from Egypt's political leadership and cabinet instructions to guarantee that the elections are conducted in a well-organized and safe environment, reflecting the prestige of the Egyptian state. For more analysis, we now move again to Hela Al-Hamalawi in our newsroom. Hela.
Thank you so much, Hani. For further analysis, we're joined from Cairo by Mr. Mohammed Izzeddin, Al Ahram Managing Editor. Welcome to Q News, sir. How are operations being coordinated across the 14 governorates in the first phase?
Thank you for having me on Q News. There is so much effort that is being put, and it didn't start just during these hours, but actually it started weeks ago. We had preparations weeks ago, and we saw the overseas elections where so much people went to vote in some countries, and it went really well. And now phase one has started in more than 14 governorates. We saw in the press conference for the NEA, we saw that the election process is going smoothly and it's going very well, even though there are overcrowds. And also the numbers are going up now, especially because the temperature is going down in Upper Egypt and in Giza, and so there is so much there are so much people now, and there is a coordination between the Ministry of Interior and the other ministries, and they are putting so much effort and did measures to make sure that everything goes smoothly according to what was planned, and to make sure that all the voters are safe and sound and don't come across any obstacles. And also the 14 committees, and there are people there, and so yes, we also have constant follow-up with the main commissions and the subcommittees in every governorate, and even what we see so far, everything is going well, as I said, and it is going smooth, and the numbers are starting to go higher in some of the Upper Egypt governorates, and some they said that the overcrowds will be considered and the voter will be able to vote even if it is past the closing time, and so this reassures the voters that they will be able to practice their democratic entitlements and rights, and will do their duty.
The station had say that no complaints have been logged yet. What mechanisms are in place to receive and resolve any issues if they arise?
Of course, the effort that's being put in preparing for everything, in addition to the experience that the judges and Egypt has in preparation for the elections, and also coordinating with the police and with the security forces. And so this is such a praise that everything is going as expected, and nothing is going wrong. There were some comment or they were wondering where the ink, the phosphoric ink, but the NEA said that it is only used in the presidential elections, because they are allowed to vote in any committees, but here they have allocated committees in the elections of the House of Representatives. They can only vote once, and so there is no need to use it. And so this is what some of the people were wondering about in the first phase. But yeah, outside of other than this, everything is going so well, and this is because of the amazing coordination of Egypt.
Mm-hmm. What are the main logistical steps taken today to keep polling flowing smoothly?
Of course, there are so much measures. First of all, preparing the main polling stations, and then also there is some kind of an emergency environment of those who are working on organizing everything, either from the security forces or the judges, even the Ministry of Health, and it has sent lots of ambulances to be ready to intervene if anything happens, to keep the voters safe. And then also, as I said, the stations were prepared in such a great way, either schools or any other kind, that they were very ready to receive the voters and to receive the votes. And so yes, also through the website you can enter the ID number, your personal ID. You can check what committee you can vote in, and also that they are allowed to vote even if their ID has expired. And so this actually facilitates things for people who have expired IDs. And so there is so much effort here, and they are making sure that everyone can get the right to vote here smoothly, and to have things go very well. And they are also preparing for even a higher turnout.
Yes.
Especially later in the day, because some people are working or they go to school, for example. And so yes, this is why there is a higher turnout in the evening, especially in Upper Egypt and Giza.
Yes. Speaking about smooth polling and higher turnout, let's talk about people with special disabilities. How is accessibility being handled for seniors and persons with disabilities at busy stations?
Yes, this is a very important question here. Of course, we saw some seniors who cannot deal with the overcrowds to enter and vote, and also the police agencies or the local agencies were always in contact, and some seniors actually contacted them saying that they cannot go alone, and so the authority, in coordination with the agencies and with the security agencies, they sent them cars to take them to vote. And also there are designated places or some kind of a faster line so that seniors can vote and not have to stand in lines. And of course we have the line for those with special needs so that everyone can vote, and as I said, smoothly and without any obstacles. And so all of these things here are being applied across all 14 governorates, either in centers or either they are urban or others. And also there is a huge number from people here who are benefiting from such preparations, seniors and those with special needs, according to what was prepared for a long time ago.
Have there been any isolated delays or technical difficulties? If there were any, how quickly were they addressed or handled?
In some instances there was overcrowd, as I said, and the subcommittees contacted the main ones, and then they contacted the NEA, and they sent the necessary materials and forces to dissolve these crowds fast and to make sure that everything is still going smoothly to facilitate voting. And there were no problems whatsoever or any other obstacles that have to do with maybe attacking the voters or trying to influence them. So yes, the preparations here and the measures are great, and also the monitors here are making sure that everything goes fast and that no one waits too long in line, and to allow everyone and all the voters to vote without any stalling. And also they had contact with, as I said, with the main committees and the NEE to distribute all the materials, and the boxes were secured and are ready to close at 9 p.m. after allowing everyone who wants to vote. And yeah, those who overflowed can stay in the committees until they have finished.
Mr. Azzeddin, what does monitoring look like between now and the closing time? Who is on the ground now and what are they tracking? What does monitoring look like between now and closing time, and who is on the ground and what are they tracking now?
Yeah, this is a question that is asked by lots of voters. Up till 9 p.m. Everyone will be allowed to vote. Those who are in lines and waiting at the voting centers will be able to vote, even if it means that the monitoring authority will have to stay later along with all the staff. They will be there, and all the security measures will be just like now, so that everyone can cast their votes and no citizen will be denied voting.
Okay. When should we expect the next official update, turnout figures, or operational readouts?
there are two conferences that are usually held. We had the first one just earlier during the rest period, 3 and then at the end of the day also we have another press conference for, where the NEA is following up with the latest figures and the latest updates, and to also make sure that everything is going smoothly across all centers and polling stations, in addition to solving any problem or any complaint that they have received. Either they have to do with the voter personally or with how the process is going, and they have full preparations and they are really ready to have to monitor the vote and to monitor the complaints also. And we have officials there, as you have seen in the press conference, and they are ready for any complaints that might hinder the voting process, and everyone there is comfortable and they are safe. All the voters there are feeling safe and comfortable.
How are local operation rooms coordinating with the NEA Center to escalate and de-conflict issues? I mean, to report what's going on.
Of course, there is coordination between the Ministry of Local Development and also the NEA and last is governors, and there are officials from all over the ministries and authorities to follow up on how everything is going, and also in addition to the intensified security presence around the polling stations, and there is so much support, and they are putting so much effort to make sure that there is no traffic, so that things go more smoothly and voters can leave on time. And also, of course, the Ministry of Health has deployed medical staff, and they are fully ready for anything. And also they have coordinated with the judges and with the judicial authority to make sure that everything is going well and on time. And then they have logistic support and even personal or special support for the polling stations, and especially the places that has high turnout, the governorates and the cities, especially like in Giza. We have more than 6 million voters, males and females, in addition to 110 of stations in the electoral centers, and so there is full coordination between the authorities and the committees.
Yes. Well, from Cairo, that was Mr. Mohammed Izzeddin, Al Ahram Managing Editor. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on Q News. And now we go back again to Hani Saif in our studio. To you, Hani.
Thank you, Heda. Egypt's State Information Service has established monitor rooms to ensure smooth and accurate coverage of the November House of Representatives elections by 86 foreign media outlets from 32 countries. The rooms provide direct communication lines, monitor reports, correct inaccuracies, and support ethical reporting. Meanwhile, nationwide campaigns, including Egypt for all its citizens, encourage voter participation and civil awareness. Egyptians flocked to polling stations across 14 governorates to cast their votes in the first phase of the 2025 parliamentary elections in what officials described as a strong show of national awareness and civic responsibility. Voters of all ages queued early in the morning, many waving flags and expressing pride in taking part in shaping the country's future. Members of both the House of Representatives and the Senate hailed the high turnout, saying it underscores Egyptians' commitment to their constitutional rights and their confidence in the democratic process. Lawmakers stress that participation in the elections is both a right and a national duty, reflecting citizens' desire to preserve stability and support the development efforts underway. Polling stations in Sheikh Zayed City witnessed a strong turnout on the first day of voting for the 2025 House of Representatives elections, with large crowds flocking to cast their ballots. Notably, Egypt's younger generation, those born in the 2000s, made a visible impact at the polls, underscoring their belief that participation is key to shaping the nation's future. Young voters, many between the ages of 20 and 25, arrived early in the morning and continued to vote throughout the day, reflecting a spirit of responsibility, patriotism, and determination to drive positive change. Observers described their participation as a powerful sign of generational engagement and a commitment to Egypt's progress. As we come to the end of this hour, polling operations remain active across 14 governorates with steady to strong turnout reported at major stations and no formal complaints logged to this point. The National Election Authority confirmed continuous oversight through closing time and a further update later today. For more stories and live updates, follow Qnews on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram and TikTok at Qnews EGY. From all of us here, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more coming up here on Q News.